Hello, this is the Damson, and today we are going to do this fun, cute painting of a bird sitting on a branch. I will have the traceable for you guys either on my Facebook page or my website, and that will be in the description below. Also, all the materials will be listed there too, just to make it easy on you guys. And if you enjoyed this painting, please don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notifications for my future videos. And the birdie, how I'm starting it here, is wet on wet, and I'm dropping a very transparent color inside, which is a very light gray, and I'm going to do this to all the parts that are either black or even white. The parts that are black, obviously we're going to increase the gray a little bit, and the parts that are white, it's going to be super light, almost invisible, and we are going to put layers on those areas between the coats. Just wait until it dries a little bit, so next layer is not going to cover completely the area that you're painting, because this is a very small painting. So if we're having a bigger painting of a bird, we don't have to be so careful with the layers drying between a little bit better. But if we're working with a small area, we have to be a little bit more careful not to be too watery on the canvas. And pretty much the bird is few simple shapes. Actually, there is two shapes on the bird. There's circles and triangles. Triangle for the tail, circles for the body and the head, and a triangle for the beak, and a circle for the eye. I'm leaving a little bit of a white area around the eye, because if I cover that, the eye is going to disappear. So that's the reason why I'll be leaving white around. And the areas that are white, my brush is dropping colors in and lifting them up, so it looks more spotty, not completely covered. So that will be on the white area, so which kind of like dropping a little bit color and lifting the brush and dropping again, and it's a very transparent, obviously. So that will create more a three-dimensional look, and it's more visible, I think, on the right hand side. So you see kind of like dots or lines. And for the legs, you pretty much have two lines, and then on the bottom you have three tiny lines spreading out. For the leaves, we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to start with a very transparent version of the color of the leaf, whatever the color we decide to do. You don't have to do them yellow, you can do all of them green or bluish green. So good mixing colors for you greens are your yellows, your blues, and if you have a few different greens, you obviously can mix those. And also ochre. Ochre could be a beautiful color when you mix it with your green. And you see how I made the surface wet with a very light version of the paint, and then I dropped in different variations of that color. Some of it is a little darker and some of it is a little lighter, so none of the previous colors are completely covered, and that just makes it very interesting. And also it's a very, very simple way of painting. I'll try to make a little bit bigger version of those leaves so you guys can see it better. But once you get one of the leaves, you pretty much will get all. For the little berries, I have the first layer is very light orange, and then in the shape of a C, you're going to have two more layers, and each layer is going to be thinner and thinner as a letter C. So you're starting with a very light yellow, almost transparent, and then another a little bit darker orange, on the left hand side, and then a little bit even darker orange for the much deeper shadow. And even the branches for the pine, I started with super transparent color, and it's just little lines kind of 45 degrees from the branch, and then the top they kind of feather out. And I'm going to do again few different variations of that color or any green color, and I'm gonna pile them up, but none of those layers will completely cover the previous layer. And even the branch that the bird is sitting on is kind of a greenish brownish color. And again, it's few different layers. And here is a little bit bigger version so you guys can see it a little bit better. And the colors are not absolutely the same as the ones I'm using on the bottom. So you can see that will work beautifully too. And this painting was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notifications for my future videos. And let me know what you want to see me paint. I would love to hear from you, or let me know how your painting turned out. And on the end, I will show you the small painting so you can see the complete version. And that's where I'm adding the browns on top of the green, not completely covering the green of the branch. And there's the berries, first layer. Then I'm gonna let them dry a little bit because they're so tiny, so I don't want that to cover completely. And there is a little fun thing that I do on the end of those berries just to make them more interesting. So there's the sea of the orange, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of a darker color too. But each time I'm gonna wait for a little bit for the water to kind of dry a little bit, and then there's the deeper shadow just on the edge. And after that dries a little bit, we are going to add a fun little thing on the berries. And it's a little blackish brownish dot on the ends, and that just made it so cool. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in my next video, and happy painting. Thanks for watching.